Hi everyone, welcome back. If you missed my previous video, go check it out. We learned how to prep dry beans for some of our favorite recipes. Today we will be using our white beans to make a hummus. Now that our beans have been soaked, they still need to be cooked to get them to a softer texture for our hummus. You'll notice their texture is soft, but not quite soft enough to eat just yet. At this step, if you weren't going to make hummus, you could add them to different soups and chilies and cook them for a little while longer there as well. So for our hummus, we'll be adding about 2 cups of our white beans to a saucepan. Fill your saucepan with just enough water to cover those beans, and let's head to the stove. We'll be boiling our beans on the stove with a half a teaspoon of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, along with about a teaspoon of salt, as well as a bay leaf or 2, but that is just optional. I noticed the water was boiling off pretty quickly, so I probably added about another cup of water to my beans. After boiling for about an hour, they were finally fork tender, so I placed my beans into my blender to start making my hummus. The flavor profile for this hummus is totally up to you, but I started by adding about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to my beans. Next up is about a 1/4 cup of a neutral flavored oil. This is one of the only mandatory ingredients in this recipe. My next couple seasonings included a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, a half a teaspoon of oregano, and another teaspoon or 2 of garlic powder. We're going for a pretty neutral flavored hummus, so as long as you add the neutral flavored oil and the salt, you can kind of mix up any of the seasonings you'd like. I then added about another teaspoon of salt and continued to blend. When you get to the consistency you like, I like mine very smooth, you can then transfer it to a bowl and it's ready to serve. In the background, you can see all of the items I used in this recipe, but again, feel free to change it up or use what you have on hand. This recipe is very forgiving. You can store it in an airtight container for about 5 to 7 days and enjoy it with any of your favorite snacks. Vegetables, crackers, pita chips. Enjoy!